to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about planning my engagement photo shoot. I am very rambly in this video, like I'm not lying, I'm very rambly, I'm all over the place. I'm talking like a mile a minute because I'm really like in the midst of wedding planning and like the engagement photo shoot and like what am I going to wear, what am I going to do, how am I going to look, it's really expensive, how am I going to afford this, that type of thing. So just keep that in mind. If you're interested, and just keep on watching. I really appreciate you. So let's get started. See, let's ignore my little light bulb right here. I broke one of them accidentally. It shattered, so now I only have 2 studio lights, which I don't even use for filming, honestly. If I had the money to really invest on some high quality stuff, I would do it, but these are just from Amazon and I don't feel like they're that great anymore. So I'm using this face primer from Good Molecules. It's their silicone-free priming moisturizer. I haven't used this in a while, so I figured I would apply it. I do like the way it feels. It doesn't feel as stiff as the, well, because it's silicone-free, as the Smashbox primer that I also have. I like to use that one for special occasions. I'm only doing a BB cream today anyway, so I don't really need like a heavy-duty primer. This is my Maybelline BB cream. I really love this. It's so affordable, it's so cheap, but it gets the job done for me. And it's the only thing I've tried so far that looks like skin on my face, because that's just really hard for me. Today I wanted to focus on talking about engagement photos. So I'm not having a traditional wedding. I'm actually vlogging my whole wedding planning, but it's not gonna go up for a while leading up to the wedding itself for various reasons. So I have a whole different memory card. I'm putting everything, like I'm filming everything, like me buying my dress and doing all this stuff there, but that's not gonna come up for a really long time. But I did want to talk about my engagement photos. I'm going to be married for the rest of my life with my fiance, God willing. But you know, the period that you're engaged is so short in comparison, so I do want to take really nice photos and kind of have something to remember those days by. However, I'm not a very photogenic person, and also wedding photography is really expensive, like engagement, anything professionally done is going to be expensive. So I definitely understand why it is the way it is, because these are pros, they know what they're doing, they know how to pose you and how to do all these things, and you know, the photos come out really good, but it's still really expensive, at least for me. Like I could buy a whole computer with the amount of money that I'm potentially spending on this one photographer that I have, that I want. I'm still researching others, but there's one in particular that I kind of want, and we're looking at least $1,200, which again, to a lot of people that's nothing. To me, with my budget, my lifestyle, that's a lot. I could buy a whole nother iMac with that. But like I said before, I do feel in my gut that this will be worth it. We're just going through this process of trying to plan it out, if we're doing it where exactly, because it's going to be in upstate New York. I feel like outdoor scenery just looks better. But I live in New York City, and if you live here, then you know there are very beautiful like nature parks in New York City. Like there's Central Park, there's like Kisena Park in Queens, there's really nice ones. Astoria has a really pretty park, but I kind of am wanting something even more like nature filled, like maybe upstate New York has like those actual like state parks and stuff that are really beautiful, and I've never really been to them. I mean, like here and there on school trips, like I don't know, like way back in high school. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of. I just have to look locations. I'm gonna have to just pull up Google Maps and see, because I've been trying to Google it, but I haven't had much luck with it, because the farther I am from the photographers, there are gonna be like travel fees involved, which again I understand. I'm just trying to avoid that. I really think any national park or like state park in upstate New York is gonna look really pretty, but if you have any suggestions, let me know. Before, I grew up in the city, we don't drive. We have a car now, but I don't have my license, and I never needed to have my license. Like that was never something that was required for me to get to work, to get to school, to get to my job now. It would make my commute a little bit easier to get to my job now that I live a little bit farther. But usually things are within walking distance, or it's just faster to take the MTA buses or the trains, because of the amount of traffic and congestion that is in New York City. So I didn't grow up like having a car and stuff, and now we have one, but the only one who drives it is my brother. My fiance has a license, so we can definitely save up for a car, but we're also saving up to move out. We're saving up for this wedding. So it's just like, what are your, my neighbors are being loud. So it's just like, what are your priorities here? And I'd rather prioritize moving out than getting a car. Let me know what you would choose. If you had to choose between which one you're doing first, what would it be? I'm curious to know. I feel like a lot of people just get a car. It depends on where you live, because some people start driving when they're like 16. Like, it's crazy because that's just how the layout is in their town, and I find that really fascinating. But like I said before, I certainly didn't need it. I don't even have my driver's permit. Like, growing up, I never had a permit. I have a non-driver's ID, so that goes to show how, and I need a license for my job, so I am eventually gonna have to face that fear. I kind of have a little bit of a fear of driving. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. I'm waiting to hear back. So when I was choosing between 2 wedding dresses, you're gonna see this in those vlogs eventually. There was a second one that I really loved, but it was just going to be, I don't know, like, it wasn't bridal enough, or like, what really is bridal? That's so subjective. But I was really struggling with deciding what I want, so I was like, okay, I'll choose the other one. Like, I was torn between 2. I'll be like, one of these is gonna be my wedding dress, and then the other one, I'll just make it my engagement photo shoot dress because it is so ridiculously pretty. I would just change it to like a baby pink because I don't want my wedding dress and my engagement photos to be the same color dress. So I was like, oh, I'll change it to like a light baby pink, and this will be my engagement photo shoot dress. And it's so beautiful, and it is very beautiful, but it's also very expensive. It's like $800, so I can't do both. I can't pay like $1,200, $1,300 for a photo shoot and realistically buy a dress that expensive, because that dress is expensive because it's meant to be a bridal dress. Even though if you look at it in terms of bridal dresses, it's actually quite cheap, because a lot of bridal dresses will be like $1,000 to $3,000, sometimes even $10,000, depending on your budget. And I don't have that type of budget. Even like $1,000 dress is expensive for me, which I did end up buying anyway. The point is, the dress that I wanted for my engagement photo shoot is too expensive. I cannot afford both. So we are going to find a different dress for my engagement photo shoot. There's actually one I really love, but it kind of borders a little bit on like cosplay-ish, because it's based, I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to spoil it. I mean, I'm probably not going to do it though. It's based on like a Disney princess, and I know you're probably like, Disney princess for your engagement photo shoot. That's really weird. It's not like a ball gown or any, like a Disney bound version of the dress. So it's kind of like a subtle reference to the original Disney dress from one of the princesses. One that's not that popular. Let me know if you can guess what I'm talking about down below. I'm being very vague on purpose, but I'm definitely not going with that one. It's gonna hit me like maybe like knee length, or maybe a little bit above my knee length, and I don't know if that would look good for the engagement photo shoot. A lot of the photos I've been seeing are like longer, flowier dresses, so I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm doing. I am talking very fast. I just get really excited. There's just so much that goes on with wedding planning, and I'm just like, ah. I mean, we have a lot of time left. So I have plenty of time, but oh my gosh, I didn't put concealer on. I'm out here talking, looking crazy. Hold on. This isn't my color anymore, but we're just gonna put it on because I don't know where my favorite one went. This is the avocado concealer from First Aid Beauty. I still have a ton left, so I'm trying to use this up. So I'm just gonna blend this in. The color of my face is really off. I don't know why that is, but we're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna deepen this look because I'm feeling very pale. As I was saying, I don't actually remember what I was saying. I'm just a little frantic. I'm just thinking like a 20 miles a minute. And I have to slow down a little bit because I know that can get annoying when I talk too fast. I want it to go well because I'm having such a small little like elopement type wedding. I at least want like pretty engagement photos, and you know what I mean? Like I do want to do it. You know, because there's a lot of things that I'm not going to be having. Like, I'm not going to be having a big wedding. I'm not going to be having a big reception. I'm not going to be having like a bridal party. Like, there's a lot that I'm not giving. I don't want to say giving up because I feel like that's such a negative connotation. I don't mind giving those things up. I don't mind not having those things. But because I don't have those things, I do want to make sure that I'm putting extra bit of love into the things that I do have. You know what I mean? Oh, I remember what we were talking about. We were talking about the dress that I'm going to wear for the engagement photo shoot. So, I don't know. I kind of wanted that because it's so pretty. It's like pink. And it's not something that screams Disney. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm taking like Sleeping Beauty's giant pink dress and just, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not that type of cosplay. I feel like when you think cosplay, you think of like the whole wig and the makeup and the contacts. I would never do that for like an engagement picture. It's just like the dress is so pretty and so subtle, and I feel like if you're not into Disney, you wouldn't be able to tell that's a Disney dress. But no, I'm probably gonna choose something else, something subtle, flowy, maybe pink. I don't want anything blue. I don't want anything white. White is my least favorite color. So that's kind of what's been happening right now. I hope I can afford it. I mean, I'm going to put in that extra little bit of money anyway. Like if I'm like short a couple $100s, I'm gonna like scramble and try my best to do it. Also, I've monetized my videos, but I'm having so many struggles with AdSense that I haven't gotten paid yet. So don't think that I'm making any money off of these videos or any of the videos I have been in the past couple of weeks, because I'm still struggling to connect it, because it keeps saying that I have one already and then I delete it and then it's still not perfect and it's not linking to the right one. I always have to wake up extra early because my neighbors start getting up and walking around and they step so hard and the walls of this place are so thin. So if you hear kind of rumbling and steps and sounding like elephants, that's my neighbors upstairs. They're trash. Okay, so the eyeliner's on. Now I'm gonna do mascara. I'm gonna stick to my normal combination that I've been doing, which is the L'Oreal primer and then an Essence mascara in Crazy Volume mascara. Yep. This is what the brush looks like. So yeah, I'm gonna just do that really quick and then that'll be it for this rant. I'm not looking forward to editing this because I know I was just talking so crazy and so fast and just, I know. And I didn't have a concealer on, so I was just looking extra tired. I'm back to working 5 days a week every single day instead of like off one day working the next. So I mean, instead of like having 1 week off in between work weeks. So now that the restrictions for COVID are lessening up, I am going to work more often, and it's been good and it's been bad. Like I miss my weeks off. It is easier on my body to not have a whole week in between and then feel extra tired once I am working. Do you know what I mean? Working more consecutively has helped me because it's like physically demanding. And I do work out on my off days. I'm trying to get better at working out even when I work, like go to work, but that's really hard. I don't know how people do that. That is just something that I haven't yet mastered. Maybe I'll try doing morning workouts before I leave, but wow, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Let me know if you work out before work or after work. I guess if I had a desk job, I wouldn't care about working out prior or after, but I'm working like in a farm setting, and then to come home and work out again after my muscles are really sore and tired doesn't sound like fun. But then working out in the morning sounds good, like it's a good way to wake up. But what if by the time I get to work, I'm really tired and that affects me working and cleaning? You know? I don't know. I'm overthinking these things. I don't think it'll be a problem. This is from Meilani Beauty. I think this is in Frisky. I don't remember. I did the whole video on this, supporting small businesses. I do love it because it gives you a nice bit of shine and it's not sticky. These are very thin and I'm trying not to put too much. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have any wedding advice, any engagement advice, did you just not really plan it? Did you plan every single little tiny detail? We were Bridezilla. What's up? Let me know down below. I would really appreciate it. And until next time, bye.